And gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a brand new tank for you, a brand new Titan, and yeah, it is the Titan Charioteer. Now, those of you that don't know the Charioteer too well, it is a British Tier 8 tech tree tank destroyer. It has Hesh. It has Hesh. That's all you need to know. It has Hesh. Everybody loves Hesh. Now, what is this tank like to that of the normal version of the Charioteer? So, as we know, it is a Titan tank. Wargaming have released a few Titan tanks. Now, stat-wise, this isn't as good as the Titan. As the Charioteer. It is actually. Yeah, it's not as good. There's only one thing mainly that is better on this tank. Now, those of you that do know the Charioteer, it has a beautiful gun. When it was first released, it had the same gun as the FV4202, the same reload, the same DPM. It was absolutely broken. Obviously, Wargaming fixed it, and yeah, it's not as half good as it used to be, but it is still a really, really, really good tank when played correctly. But as you know, the Charioteer is literally paper. It is paper armor. This is a little bit different. So it loses on pretty much everything compared to that of the Charioteer, but it has armor. So it does have that dynamic armor. As we know, if you don't know what it is, it pretty much changes the layout of your armor. So if you look at the top, it's pretty much flat plate, and then you press the button and it gives you a pike nose. That can be very, very troll. So yeah, I definitely recommend using that. So the armor profile on your turret is 196. That is actually very good. And it's hard to get used to a Charioteer with armor because the normal version is paper, like not even what, 15, 20 mil, something like that. It is really, really paper. The hull is 160 as well. So it's not just got armor on your turret, it also has armor on your hull. So DPM 2272. Of course, we are running this thing with calibrated shells because it has that Hesh. So I would definitely recommend running those calibrated shells. The reload time is 9.51 seconds. Your penetration is 252 on your on your AP, 187 on your standard Hesh, and 97 on your premium Hesh. I would still recommend running your premium Hesh, your cheap Hesh, even though it's only 97 pen, but you're going to come up against some tanks with paper armor, and you do more damage. So I'll definitely recommend running some of that cheap Hesh. You've got a 360 alpha gun on your AP, 420 on your Hesh, and 450 on that cheap Hesh. Aim time is 3.7, gun dispersion 0.341, which both suck, if I'm honest, and the 10 degrees of gun depression, which is nice. The speed's not too bad either at 46 kilometers per hour. So, as I said, it's very, very hard to get used to the tank with armor because you're not sure like just how strong it actually is because you're used to playing it with no armor. So you've got to try and put it in the work, like, you know, use that armor, try to use that armor as much as you can. Use your gun depression, your 10 degrees of gun depression, and then you'll find out. And some of the battles I've been having, I've been like, actually, how did I bounce that? Like these shots here, I bounced out. I think I'm going to bounce a shot in a minute as well. Obviously, I get shot from the rear there. But yeah, I bounced a lot more than expected. And to be fair, I was playing this tank without even checking the armor profile. So I was playing it completely blind. I didn't know anything about the tank. Wargaming just announced that they're releasing the tank on our press account because it is coming into the game. So by the time the video is released, this will be in the store. And then I started bouncing. I'm like, why am I bouncing all these shots? Like even here, 870 block damage. And then I went to have a look and I'm like, wow, okay, it actually has armor. But, you know, it's nice to go with the Hesh, but the gun or the tank is all about the Hesh, just like that of the Charioteer. Now, for me, the worst thing about this tank is that turret traverse. It is god awful. It really does suck. The tank itself is quite quick, the track traverse is quite quick. It's not too bad. But that turret, it just turns ever so slowly. It really, really does. So we're going to continue to block some damage. Of course, we're not going to bounce everything. We are going to get penned by a few tanks here, but we still get another bounce. So far, that is 1,350 block damage. So I've actually blocked my entire hit point. So I'm doing something right. Another bounce there, but as you can see, you don't bounce everything, so you can't rely on the armor to bounce literally everything. But 1,590 block damage so far in a tank that we're used to having paper armor. Yeah, I think that is kind of fun, to be honest, and yeah, no problem with that at all. So we don't really do too much for the rest of the game. So let's just get into the next battle, because not much. Actually, I think I die from this super Hellcat here, and I think I donk a shot. Do I donk a shot? I don't even take a shot. So in fact, we did end on 3.5k damage that game, and we managed to block 2,300 damage. So yeah, you know, and it's very hard to even think of doing that damage. Like it's you never do that much block damage. Like never ever do that much block damage in this tank. So yeah, it's a very, very fun tank. And let's just have a look at one more. Let's go on Port Bay, shall we? So yeah, this is a few a tank of many that is going to come into the game very, very soon. We've already had the Cobra, hopefully, by the time this video is released, and you've probably seen the snippets, or you've probably seen the news or wherever it is, the Snow Globe tank. So that will be coming very, very, very soon. It might even be out before this. I don't know what's actually releasing first, this or the Snow Globe tank. Both are actually pretty good. So yeah, we're just going to we're just going to carry on this game. I can't even remember how I do, but actually I thought I'd done that last battle I showed. I thought I'd done bad, but in fact, yeah, I fast forwarded it, and it was the wrong battle. So it might be this battle that I actually do quite bad, but we'll wait and see. So the thing with this tank, as I've said, it is all about the Hesh. Now it has armor that will help you just a little bit. It really will help you. At least you're going to bounce some shots. Now, with the Charioteer, if you do get shot, you're never bouncing. You are never bouncing in the Charioteer. So at least you do have that armor to fall back on. But yeah, it's all about the gun, baby. The gun, as some of you know, or most of you that should know, I am a Hesh fan. I absolutely love Hesh. And Hesh, everybody should love Hesh. If you know how to use Hesh, it is absolutely brilliant. It really, really is. But you have to know how to use Hesh. If you don't know how to use Hesh, then of course these tanks won't be for you, because it's mainly the Hesh. If it didn't have Hesh and it was just a normal round, or heat or APCR, then it won't be half as good as it is like now. I definitely wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Obviously, I don't know how this tank is coming. I'm assuming it's coming in crates, but if it is coming in crates, then would I suggest buying it right now? Probably no, because it is crates. You're not guaranteed the tank, and you could spend quite a lot of money getting it. Of course, if it does come magically appear in the stores for gold, there, which I can't see, then yeah, it might be worth thinking about. But overall, even though this does have armor, I don't know if I think I still prefer the Charioteer, in all honesty, because yeah, I feel it's not as slow as this. I mean, speed wise, I think it's almost the same. It's not too much different, but that traverse, it is all about that traverse, and sometimes the traverse really does let it down. Like, you could be turning, and the gun just doesn't turn, and you really, really want it to turn, but yeah, it just doesn't turn. So that's my only downfall with the tank, is that traverse. The armor's nice. As you've just seen the last game, we can comfortably bounce shots, but as you can see this game, yeah, you can't always rely on that armor. You're not going to bounce everything. That was a bit of a silly shot from me. So as you can see, we've done pretty much nothing. We've bounced nothing And so we're going to end the video there. So for now, if it is for crates, I definitely wouldn't recommend it at the moment. But if it does eventually come for sale for a bit of gold, then yeah, I would definitely think about getting this tank. But if you've got the Charioteer, or if you've never played the Charioteer, do go play it, because it is a very, very good tank. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.